Okay, this going to be a video. What are you doing during the COVID-19 social distancing mandatory stay-at-home thing? Pennsylvania is one of those states where certain things are happening. I'm not going to go into all that stuff. I don't care. I stay at home, social distancing, only go out when I have to, don't go to airsoft games, not having any airsoft games, all that other stuff. I had a doctor's appointment, last one. After that they say not to come in, and they take your temperature, which 98.1, and he says, "You've been out of the country in the last 2 weeks?" I said, "No." He said, "You have any shortness of breath?" I said, "All the time." And he looks at me, and I said, "I have ammonia burns on my lung, I have asthma." I said, "Every once in a while it's hard to breathe when I'm doing stuff." "Oh, okay." He said, "You have any pain today?" I said, "That's why I'm here." I said, "My leg is killing me, my back hurts, my left shoulder." He said, yeah, okay. He said, "You're good to go," and I went into the doctor. So during this social distancing thing, what are you planning to do to keep yourself busy? Now, some people do remote at work. Some people can't. Some people have kids at home that they got to homeschool and things like that. What are you doing to keep yourself busy? First thing I did to keep myself busy normally, but during this social distancing thing, I thought, well, what the heck? I had a JG AUG that I was going to sell. And the day I brought it, it's been sitting in storage for almost a year. I brought it downstairs, threw a battery in it, put a mag in it, shooting like a champ. Just in the hop up doing that, and right at the end of the last mag, I put 2 mags through it. Right at the end of the second mag, I hear VZZ, so it like shredded the piston. So I thought, okay, can't sell him this. Guy that wanted to buy it, he really wanted the AUG because I had all this stuff with it. I had a hard case, 2 uppers, but 8 mags with it, a bunch of other stuff, battery included, and you know, I was throwing a whole pile, and a M4 to AUG mag adapter. I was throwing a whole pile of stuff in with it. So I decided that I would fix it. So I took it all apart, which for an AUG is nothing. 2 screws, bang, slam, pull the gearbox out, you got it ready to rock. And I took it apart. Well, the first thing I noticed, plastic bushings. They were sort of, ugh. I took the gearbox apart, and it was the stock spring piston combination. It's one of those where the spring is attached to the piston head, and it's a polymer white piston, just shredded. So I'm like, okay, now I'm looking at a piston head, and a spring. I said, them plastic bushings are horrible. So now I'm looking at some 6 millimeter bushings. Then I start looking at the gears, and they're got some major worn parts on them. 2 out of the 3 gears were really bad. One was really sharp, and I was thinking it's not going to take much to break them off. So I probably could find a gear to replace the one. The other one, I said I might let it go, but I have to replace that gear. And that nozzle, like, was, when I got the gun back together, I had to find another nozzle to put on there because it was leaking air so bad. So I had to buy another, that was going to be another thing. I was going to get a nozzle, air nozzle. I started adding up the parts. And I was thinking, might as well get a better cylinder head and cylinder for it, or just a better cylinder head, either one. And I said, it's regular wiring, which is like cracked in a couple of spots, and I said, it's bad, I'm going to have to rewire this, and the switch was acting funny. So I started adding all this stuff up, and I was at $70 with parts. And then I happened to click on something for AUG gearbox, and there's a brand new AUG 7 millimeter bushing quick change spring gearbox. It was awesome. Okay, if people want the link, I can send him a link. But I said, 75 versus $70 in parts. I got to put it all together and hope that it all works. And this looked awesome. So I get it, and I said, okay, I'll just get that. And I thought, it'll increase the value of the gun because I'm going to have a quick change. You know, I was already selling for only $100 with all that stuff. And I said, to recoup my price, I'm just going to mark it back up to, it was marked up at 150. I was selling to this kid for $100, and I thought, well, I'll split the difference. I'll say 125 now. Get a lot of stuff for 125 bucks. Anyway, got the gearbox, put it in the gun, put a mag in it, check it with 2.5s, shooting 300, 300, 300. I'm like, wow. Is it? I thought this was supposed to be shooting like 350 or something, you know, with this spring, but maybe not. So I said, well, let's take it apart and make sure everything's good. So I checked the shims. It was decent. Needed one shim on one of the gears. And even though the air seal was pretty good on the cylinder head, I actually put some plumber's tape on it, put it back together, and I had fantastic compression with the piston. So I took that spring out, put it on the side, and I had one that I had taken out of another gun, and it was labeled M110. I'm like, okay, put it in the gun, put the gearbox back in the gun, put it in the gearbox, put it back in the gun, put the 2.5s in it and go to shoot it for a while, and 461, 460, 461, 460, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell is going on? So I'm like, this is a brand new bag of 2.5s too, so I know that they're not compromised. I said, this ain't no 110 spring I'm putting in here. So I pull it back out, and I said, that's got to be like a 130 or 140, I said. So I scribbled out on the thing where the package it was in, and I put 130-140, put it on the side. I had another spring that I had taken out of a gun, and I had a little tag on it that said 110. And I'm like, okay, let's try that one. I clipped the tag off, threw it in the gun, fired it up, 351, 351, 351. With 2.5s. So I said, okay, that's good. I called it good, buttoned everything up. The gun comes with the spring that shoots 300 with 2.5s and 350 with 2.5s. Hard case, 8 mags, barrel cover, battery, M4 mag adapter, 2 uppers. And I said, $125, I'm going to get rid of it, the kid will buy it. Talked to him, nope, don't want it. I already bought something else. So I spent $75 plus shipping and all that. Was, you know, I had put the extra $5 in to get the free shipping. So I had spent like $80.99. So $80.99, I got the gun working again, but now I didn't sell it, so I just put it back up on the website, and I said, that's it, ain't gonna do it again. So that's my first project that I did, being here with social distancing. Continue on with my projects for when I'm social distancing. I actually got the windows open. It's only 40 degrees, but I still have the windows open. I wanted to get some fresh air in the house, so I put a little heavier cover on. So the next thing that I wanted to do was my APS UAR. Now I got it in tan, and I went nuts and I got all kind of tan furniture. I got tan Magpul flip-up sights. I got a tan hollow sight. 5 tan mags along with the one that's with it, so that's 6 mags. They're all high caps, so that's the only thing that fits in it. Supposedly a mod you can do to make it work with high caps. But anyway, I got a 5.52 red dot in tan. I got several different barrel extensions for it, different like silencers and whatever. And I also got a couple of springs, and it's in a hard case, and 2 batteries. Have the original box. Added it all up, and I had like $650 into that gun. So my metric, like always, is take half of it. So I listed it on the site for $3.25. And I wasn't selling it, so I've been recently just slashing prices. So I marked it from $3.25 down to $250. I instantly had a guy that wanted it. So I emailed the guy and I said, okay, let me bring it down and see what's going on with it. Well, put a mag in, and it's just going fluff, 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 which is the something stuck in the hop up. Ran the cleaning rod down, didn't do nothing. So I said, okay, the bucking, something's wrong with it. So I took the gun apart, and you have to physically take this gun apart. The front end comes off, the cover in the back comes off, there's another cover comes off, the gearbox pulls out, then you loosen the screws up on the hop up, and it comes out. And it can only come out the back. Unless you want to take the barrel assembly off and everything else on and then slide it out, you could do that. But I opted to just take it out the back. Bucking's ripped. So I threw a new bucking in there, and I was testing it by putting the hop up on, and now the bucking's coming down there good. I said, yeah, we're going to have good hop up on this. So I turned it off, put it back in the gun, put everything back together, put the gearbox in, slammed everything together, put the battery in. I got one shot, next shot, nothing. And I'm like, oh shit, what did the gearbox do? This fuse go or something? So of course, it's front wire, which means the wire runs all the way through the front. So I took it all apart, took the gearbox out, put the battery on it, gearbox working like a champ. So I'm saying, okay, it's the arm, something, the mechanism got knocked off or whatever. So I said, I want to get a little bit more traction on the switch. So I put a piece of heat shrink on the trigger switch, or trigger, and I heated it up so it was tight on there, and it stuck down just about 1/4 of an inch, and it's hard. So I'm like, you got more trigger contact, and it's rougher. Put it in there. Working great. Bang, 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 bang. Switch up, nothing. I said, okay, something's wrong. Pull the gun out. Shooting semi, switch it up, shooting full auto. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what it's doing. It works when it's out of the gun. It doesn't work when it goes in, so it's the linkage. So I must have took it in and out 6 times. Finally, I said, oh, piss this front wire stuff. I just run it out the back. And I plug the battery in, and it's easier to get the front end on. And it works for like whatever you have it set on. You have it set on semi, it fires. As soon as you switch up to another mode, nothing. So I switch back to semi. I think, okay, it worked in semi, it didn't work on full auto. Still nothing. So it's bypassing the switch or something. I don't know what's going on. So I take it apart again. Gearbox is working flawlessly. I can just touch the trigger. It's a micro switch trigger. You just touch the trigger and it's working. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know what's going on, and I'm moving this, moving. So that's what I'm doing. Why I'm just stuck at home here, can't do nothing. So far, all the fields that we go to that were opening up in April are opening up in May now, end of May. All the games that we're going to, including one that was supposed to be this Sunday, is canceled. And games coming up in the first part of April might be canceled. There's one the second week, there's one the third week, there's one the fourth week. I know the first 2 might be canceled, according to what I'm hearing. And the third one, everybody's looking to get their money back. So I'm thinking that's going to be canceled as well. It's the nature of things. You don't want to go to a large gathering. Some of the states have the laws that you can't be groups of 10 or more. And, you know, if you're going to a game with 150 people, that's not really advantageous, because you get one guy that's sick, he spreads it to everybody, they all go home, spread it to everybody else, they got it, bang slam, we just created another epidemic. As far as here at the house on the private field, I'm not doing anything. I canceled the game in March. We had an open play. We canceled our training, and we might cancel our training next month. It's second Saturday of the month. And there was a field cleanup scheduled for the third Saturday of the month too, along with a game on Sunday at this other field, which is already canceled, which might be canceled. I think it is going to be canceled, but it's not canceled yet. So we might not, as an airsoft community in Pennsylvania, might not be back doing anything till end of May. Here it is, end of March, and might be end of May that we're still hanging around with this stuff. Hopefully they get some traction on something that can effectively cure it. Heard some things about Canada and all this other stuff, but practicing social distancing and all these people out of work not making money, going to be a rough couple of months. And when we get back to the swing of things, even then it's going to be a couple of rough months. According to one CDC spokesman that was just on Facebook, that's this morning, he said that he doesn't see the virus reaching its peak till the first part of May. So we could end up getting a lot more cases and stuff like that going all through April into May. May could be a washout too and not get out till June. So, just prepare. Do stuff. I got stuff lined up I can keep doing. It's getting a little thin doing, money-wise and that, but I'm just tightening my belt and calling it good. I got enough here that I don't have to worry about, like if I miss a meal or something like that. So that's what I'm doing during the COVID-19 social distancing. Maybe you guys want to put something up that you're doing as well. This is Don, Keeper Swelgen, just here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Wishing you guys a great day, and the sun is shining right now. I might go take a walk out in the woods. Hopefully you get out and can walk around your yard or out in your woods that's near and enjoy that sunshine. 45 degrees out there, nice. Going to be like high 50s the rest of the week. So get out and enjoy nature. You're stuck at home. Get out of the house and at least enjoy the outside weather. Sit on the deck. Sit on the porch. Sit on your stoop. Sit on like your fire escape. Enjoy the warm weather out there. All right. You guys have a good day.
Do I look badass?
Yeah, you do.
Right,